Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Easy Clear Pool channel. My name is John, and here we're going to talk about a debate that I hear from time to time, and that is that you should not be using shock on a vinyl liner swimming pool. A matter of fact, I had a comment recently on one of the videos that said, you shouldn't use shock in a vinyl liner pool because it'll eat a hole in your liner. You should only use liquid chlorine. Yeah, that's what someone commented recently, but that's not exactly true. And I'm going to explain 3 reasons why using shock on a vinyl liner pool is completely safe as long as you do it the right way. As a matter of fact, shock is recommended, and it don't have to always be chlorine or liquid chlorine to use on your vinyl liner pool. Uh, you know, basically, let's first start by what is shock. So shock is a high concentration of chlorine, usually in a granular form or powder. It's designed to raise your chlorine levels quickly to kill off algae, bacteria, clear up cloudy water, get any contaminants out, make your water sparkling, clean, and inviting to you and your guests that come over for a pool party. Most shocks are either calcium hypochlorite or dichlor. Both of those are chlorine-based sanitizers. And here's the key. Your vinyl liner doesn't care what type of chlorine you use. It only cares how you use it. And if you dump shock directly on your liner, directly in one spot, and just let it sit there, yes, there's a good chance you're going to bleach it. There's a good chance it's going to fade. It could become brittle by doing so, but that's not the shock's fault. That's the user error right there. That's the user's fault. So it's not that you can't use it, it's that you use it the correct way. One way you can use it, and you should always add it to water, never add water to the shock. But you could get you a 5-gallon bucket and fill that with water. You could get water right out of your pool. You could get a water hose, add some new water in, and then just go ahead and add the shock into the bucket of water. Let it dissolve. You can mix it up. And then once it's dissolved, it has become a liquid chlorine, and you can go ahead and pour it in your pool. You're not going to have to worry about the granulars getting on your liner, causing any discoloration, causing it to eat your pool liner or anything like that. The other way you can do it is by adding it directly to the pool, but doing so evenly across the pool. Also by using fast acting granulars, and that dichlor is a faster acting one. Sometimes you will see specifically designed or recommended for vinyl liners on the bag itself, but you want to spread it evenly across the pools one way so that you're not getting a high concentration of granulars in one particular location of your pool, and then it's just going to take a lot longer to dissolve, and it will go ahead and not be too inviting to your liner. The other thing to do is you can put it in an area where you've got a pump circulation. You don't though want to put it directly. I would not recommend putting it in the skimmer and having it go through it. Don't do that. But you can put it towards the return so that when you put it in there, the return just shoots it on across the pool, kind of keeps that circulating, keeps everything circulating. Also, during the summer, when your pool water is warmer, it is going to dissolve much quicker than when your pool water is cold towards the very beginning of swimming season and just before it is time to close, which I close my pool at 60 degrees and open it at about 60 degrees, 60 to 65 degrees. I keep everything running until it gets below that. That way, your algae won't grow, because once you get below 60, algae shouldn't grow. That'll get you so that your spring cleaning is going to be super easy. But yeah, so that is my recommendation on that. And I mean, the biggest thing is vinyl liner damage happens from direct contact and not from the chlorine itself. Uh, Like I said, just run your pump, pre-dissolve. Uh, you can also walk around the pool and pour it in slowly and let it circulate. Even professionals, they use shock in vinyl pools. Ask any experienced professional, a technician. Shock is a standard part of weekly maintenance for vinyl, for fiberglass, for granite pools. It is something that everybody uses, or most people. The main goal is oxidize contaminants, body oils, sunscreen, leaves, algae. The regular chlorine has trouble keeping up with that. So what you do is you just hit it, and you hit it real hard with a strong, high concentrated amount of chlorine that once it dissolves, your chlorine levels are instantly at a much higher rate. And if you skip shocking altogether, your chlorine is going to become less effective and your water starts to smell, look dull. You don't want it to smell like a hotel pool. Nah. You go to a hotel. Yeah. I was in a hotel recently and I didn't get in the pool, but I went out and looked at it, and it's just got that, had that smell like, yeah, you don't want that. But it's totally fine as well to use liquid chlorine if that's what you want. It's perfectly fine. You can use either one you want. It's just to make sure you use it correctly. So here's the takeaways. Shock is safe for vinyl liner pools when used correctly. Always dissolve it first or broadcast it evenly, and make sure you have good circulation. Don't add shock with the pool pump off. That I would not recommend. You want it circulating, and you want it circulating after it dissolves. You want it really rolling in that pool. And avoid dumping piles of granular in the liner. Don't go in there and just pour it in one spot, so that it's just going to take a lot longer to dissolve, and it's going to be a bunch of it sitting on your liner at an extremely high concentrated state. Uh, Also, just use it correctly. I guess that's all I'm trying to say here. So, hope that cleared things up. Be sure and hit the thumbs up. Drop a comment below if you've used granular shock, or if you've heard the myth that you can't use it and you must use liquid chlorine on liner pools, vinyl pools. And don't forget to subscribe to the Easy Clear Pool channel. We'll be answering more comments. We'll be mentioning more comments we get on the channel. Got videos coming out lined up right here for all you pool lovers out there, and some soft tub of content that we'll be talking about as well going into winter. I kind of shift to that gears a little bit later on. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Keep on swimming.